So hi guys, please unmute yourself and feel free to ask any query if you have it on this particular topic. So there's a question from Amar. When all the VMs are connected to same NSX segment, will the bandwidth between VM1 and VM2 will be the same as VM1 to VM3? I'm guessing the latter would also depend on the bandwidth supported by the physical router, whereas the former would just depend on the bandwidth of underlying physical switch. Hey, why we are really concerned about the bandwidth? I didn't understand, right? Bandwidth, or the bandwidth is really coming into the picture. Amber, Mohammed, can you just explain this question? Honestly, see what Mohammed is asking that when all the VMs, so he is actually referring to this particular scenario, and he is asking that when all the VMs are connected to the same NSX segment. Okay, so he's asking about that particular NSX segment scenario. Yeah. So he's saying that when all the VMs are connected to the same NSX segment, will the bandwidth between VM1 and VM2 be the same as VM1 and VM3? I'm guessing the latter would also depend on the bandwidth supported by the physical router, whereas the former would just depend on the bandwidth of the underlying physical infrastructure. Okay, physical switch. See, I mean, that's a pretty obvious thing. Right, Mohammed? See, bandwidth is the constraint which depends upon your physical transport layer. I mean, this example between VM1 and VM2, my traffic is flowing through the switch itself, right? So whatever the network bandwidth is having it in this infrastructure, it will performance will be according to that. Now here I have a multiple hops. So here I could have a 2, 3 hops also, right? So obviously the packet has to go through all these hops and reach out there. So that is a, I mean, that has nothing to do with the NSX actually. VMware can't do much on the latency on the physical network. You always have to make sure that you have high speed network if you want a better performance actually. Mohammed. So that is the construct of the physical networking, not from the VMware perspective. I'm not sure if it answers your questions or not, but it is. I mean, whatever it's something like you giving me 4 GB RAM, I can just give you best of the best of 4 GB RAM. If you just give me 64 GB RAM, I'll give you much better performance 64 GB RAM. But I am not producing any of my own RAM, basically. I mean, VMware does it if you go a little bit more deeper into the memory management module, but that's a different discussion altogether. So, Mohammed, do you have any further question, guys? Any further question on this topic, where I've explained you what is logic? I mean, I have explained you why logical switching benefits and what are the key. I mean, what is logical switching is really enabling us for? And from the practical perspective, as you could see that within 5 minutes, I have explained you the entire practical of logical switching. But I
Yeah.
spent 4 hours just talking about this logical switching implementation because that is the concept, that is the architecture. Until unless we don't understand VXLAN Chini protocol and how this packet flow happens, right? Just creating those segment and running this traffic is something like I never believe into that kind of learning, right? So that's the reason you can check out our YouTube channel. We have those kind of tutorial available on our YouTube channel itself because I always believed why someone need a training if they just want to learn that how to log into the UI and how do I get fascinated about creating this segment and mapping a VM to the segment and running the traffic. I mean, that is the exact reason, right? I said
Yeah,
that you could see that
one
what I
doubt.
just did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one doubt is there.
tell me.
Just one query. So when you say these, everything is a logical construct, right? Like
Correct.
we require v center to get these components installed and managed, right? It's without a v center, we can't have this NSX manager or any other thing, right? The
See,
the basic
correct.
is
Without
yeah.
yeah. See, answer to your question is basically one of the ideation of NSX. See, if you look from the books of, I mean, really the architecture understanding of VMware NSX, VMware has the ideation that we want to make this NSX manager independent of vCenter server. That is the exact
Oh,
reason. If you look at the NSX V UI, NSX V was integrated with the vCenter server. Where if whenever you want to manage NSX V networking, you need to log into the vCenter server. Then only you can manage the NSX V networking because it was getting added as a plugin. But then
okay.
later on, VMware said that we want to get rid of the vCenter server and we want to have dedicated NSX Manager UI where people can use our solution not only for the ESXi hypervisor. See, again, take this question, right? We were supporting earlier KVM hypervisor also. Now, KVM, there is no
Right.
vCenter server,
Correct.
but still NSX was there, right?
Yeah.
Right? Which means what? Which means tells very clearly that without vCenter server also, the ideation was without vCenter server also, if someone want to leverage NSX for networking and security capabilities, they should be able to do it. That is what the ideation is. But see, what happens is again, if you want to come up with your own company, you might have some ideation in the product that this is my product which I will launch it and which will be hit. But the brutality, you will see it once people start adopting it and they start giving you feedback, boss, what you have thought, it's not the right way. Because still you try to create an innovative solution, but customer come and say that without vCenter server, I cannot manage my infrastructure. So ultimately, 99.99% deployment, if you really see that, every deployment will be mapped with the NSX manager for the ease of simplification and ease of operations. So from the
Okay.
product perspective, there is no dependency of vCenter server, but from the implementation deployment perspective, 99.99% you will integrate this solution with the vCenter server for ease of doing the things.
Okay. Okay. Got it, mate. Yeah. Got it.
Okay.
Yeah. Fine.
Any more question, guys, before we move on to the next topic of our discussion? Okay. So if there's no more question, then I think we just have a two topic, routing and the firewall.